Who was your first fight? When did you first step into the ring? What year were you talking about? And who was the opponent?
I don't know the year, but I can tell you who was the opponent. Trevor Evelyn.
Again. Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor Evelyn. And we had a good time. I had a good time. He had a good time because, to me, I feel like I won I fought him twice. Even the first one, they said it's alright, it's okay. But then I come now, I'm fighting the second time. Still I'm in the gym and train. I know I beat him, and they say he won because I want to push him. After I went in the ring, I went to the gym now with Ian Seeley. I start training. Man, let me tell you something. Ian Seeley, he was a very good boxer too. He just sparred with me, man. We sparred. I wanted to even like him a right hand. And he said, yeah. He said, yeah. You know, after that time, I couldn't get nobody in Barbados to fight me. I had to turn professional. Two amateur fights. Only two.
And you turn pro?
Turn pro. And from there, keep moving.
So, in fact, the main thing in your case, you never won an amateur fight?
Never.
Yeah, because you had two amateur fights, lost both, and said, you know something, I'm going pro, and I think you were probably still in your teens.
After I lose, I've been to the gym. Then I start training. Then I was untouchable in the gym. And from there, I start moving. Couldn't get no fights. Nobody here didn't want to fight me then. I had to turn pro. In order to get fights, I started bringing people to fight me. I said, all right, good.
What would have been your best fights here? People talk about the Hurricane Jackson fight. What would be your best fights in Barbados? Who pushed you the closest?
Well, Hurricane Jackson. Hurricane Jackson gave me a good fight.
You never fought Norman Yearwood?
Twice. Beat Norman twice, take the title from him.
You fought mostly featherweight, lightweight, or? Yeah,
I fought featherweight, lightweight. I fight Norman Yearwood for the lightweight title, and I fight Hurricane Jackson. I fought Norman for the featherweight title, and fought Hurricane for the lightweight title. So I was lightweight title and featherweight title of Barbados.
You were featherweight and lightweight champion of Barbados?
Yeah.
At a relatively young age?
That's right.
But then, of course, they moved to Trinidad. You then went to Trinidad and you were based in Trinidad, but still representing Barbados.
Exactly. I was based in Trinidad, but born in Barbados. As I tell them, I'm a Barbadian, sorry. I'm a Barbadian, born in Barbados, in Trinidad campaigning.
Who would have played a big part in you doing so well in Trinidad? And of course, it reached the stage. Then, of course, you became the WBC #1 contender. I think it was featherweight, was it?
Featherweight, yeah.
For featherweight.
Yeah.
But before we get there to that big title match with Jeff Annette, which of course was massive for you, because you're one of the very few Barbadians that have actually fought for a world title. But you were the WBC #1 contender.
Correct.
Yeah. But how did things go for you in Trinidad? Was it tough having to live in Trinidad and make your home in Trinidad?
No, it wasn't tough. Trinidad was nice because boxing there was excellent. Matches, you could get a fight anywhere, anyhow. You know, it was good.
But who helped you in Trinidad? Who played a big part?
Boxer Potts. He played a big part. He was my manager in Trinidad. Bertram Legal, and Boxer Potts. They play a big part.
But for those who do not know, you went to Trinidad because in Barbados, really and truly, you were running out of opponents. There was anybody really for you to fight. The two best people I think in your area would have been Norman Yearwood and Hurricane Jackson. You beat both men.
That's correct. That's correct. After I couldn't get enough fights, and I figure I want to go to Trinidad. I figure I could get better there, which I do, get better. And I went for it, Mike.
Tell me about the leading up to the fight with Jeff Annette, how you got so far, how you managed to move up the WBC rankings.
Okay. Bertram Legal, Boxer Potts, another guy named Oswald Rose. The three of those get together and they form a body, you know, get contact to reach the board, the boxing board around the world, in America, really, and put things together for me. That's how you come to fight. Jack fight for the world title. I fight a guy named Hector Cortez. He was a world champion. I knocked him out in the second round in Trinidad. Hector Cortez.
Mexican?
No.
Or Puerto Rican?
American.
American.
I remember that name good. American.
Cortez.
Hector Cortez. And I knocked him out in the second round. Knock him out.
Your glory period, Tyrone, would it be in the mid and late 80s?
Yeah.
And then you fought Jeff in that controversial fight. Tell us about that fight.
No.
You lost in the fifth round, but if I remember well, I think you were ahead on points.
I was ahead on points, yes. But, man, I lose. I can't say I train well, I lose. You know, but I know I've got to keep my rhythm up and don't train the belt so fast like that there. Because when I complain to the referee says box. But then Jeff drew me some terrible things. He gave me some elbows. I get knees. I get left foot throw off.
So you were out muscled because Finet was bigger and tougher.
It was tough. It was tough, yeah. But you know, to be honest with you, I know I could have fight anybody. No matter how tough you is, I know I could have fight anybody. Because go up in the street, I see some guys walking in the street. I can say, put these gloves, man. But in the vitamin, man, I would knock you, boy. I would beat you, I would do this, I would do that. I get them the gloves. I start. When she start to blow, I move in. And beat them to a pulp. That's what make me good.
Any regrets about your boxing career? You've done well in boxing. Any regrets about your career?
No, Mike. No regrets at all about nothing. Because I do what I had to do, and I come out on top, and I feel good. If I start it all over again, Mike, I do it again.
Is Barbados making the most of Tyrone Downes' boxing skills? You're here, you're employed, of course, at Zephyrin, but there's a view that someone like Downes should be a boxing coach at the National Sports Council. Would you like to see yourself utilized in that capacity, helping the young talent?
Yes, Mike. I would love to do that. As long as I get an opening, I get a chance, I would like to jump on that to let my talent go out there and using them out there. You know.
So you're saying is that you've done well in the sport, but you think you have something to offer to help the youngsters in this country? I
am. That's right, Mike. That's right. If we only get that chance.
Are you happy with the progress that we've made in boxing? A few years back, we've had people like Junior Greenwich, Tutsi Mani. We've had some decent boxers.
Yeah.
But little seems to be happening in the sport. The sport seems to be at the crossroads. Are you happy with where boxing is at the moment?
No. I'll be honest with you. Boxing could be a lot better here in Barbados, man, but I don't know what's going on. They're trying to form a new body, but it ain't coming together. I don't know what it is, but boxing could be a lot better here in Barbados if everybody just get together and take things seriously. Because to me, they're making a mock out of boxing. That's how you look at it. Not serious.
Would you like to see a bigger school program? Because we don't have a lot of people boxing in this country. I think Barbados has 280,000 people, less than 100 fighters. I mean, our pool is very small.
You're right, mate. But look, for instance, in my days, we used to go around. We had in every parish. We used to go around and keep boxing all about. They don't do that no more. Look, boxing needs something like. You can get this month, they say they're going in St. Joseph. Next month, they're going St. Thomas. The next month, they're going St. John. And to get boxing back on their feet, there's things that you got to do with boxing. You can't just sit down and advertise boxing now and think people can come out. It don't work so. You get by your car, you get a loudspeaker, you go around let people know in the parishes, they got boxing tonight. Like before. You know, if I got to I gotta get personally, if I gotta get deep involved in boxing, that is things that I would do want to give me a chance.